Hello and welcome. Today we are doing a pick a card reading to see what guidance the universe has to help you tap into your it factor when it comes to making money so you can stand out above everyone else in your job, niche, or industry and become just unstoppable, like untouchable in your career. And of course, manifest way more money into your life by doing so. This is a timeless reading, so anytime you find this video is exactly when you need to hear this message. And as we dive into this reading together, please remember, as always, that you are the creator of your reality. So always take what you need from these readings, take what resonates, and leave what doesn't. Find your own truths, clarity, and alignment in these readings, whatever that looks like for you. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Taylor Eaton, and I am the author of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, which is one of the oracle decks here that I have for you to pick from today. So, a couple of notes for you before we run through all the decks and the crystals. First, pre-order is currently open for the next print run of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. So if you want to reserve your copy and get it as soon as possible once it starts to ship, the link to pre-order is in the description and pinned comment below. I created this deck specifically for use in abundance and money or success readings like the one we're doing today. So if you want to be able to get the guidance you need at any time to manifest more abundance and success into your life, then this deck is for you. You are who I made it for. Second, if you want support in rewiring your subconscious energy around money so you can manifest more success and abundance into your life, you are absolutely welcome to come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. I created this low-cost membership to be a place where you can find all of the resources, support, and high vibe like-minded community you need to manifest more wealth into your life. We just started at the beginning of this month when this posts, we just started a 21-day money negativity challenge inside of the membership, which is really laying the foundation for this it factor for making money to emerge in the people participating in it. Plus, we have a whole series of monthly challenges, book club reads, and so much more planned in the coming months to truly help you step into your most powerful, unstoppable, wealthy reality and self. So come check out the membership if it calls to you. I would love to personally get to connect with you in there. The link for the Wealth Vibe membership is in the description and pinned comment below. And the last super quick announcement here, I do not currently offer private readings outside of the Wealth Vibe membership, so please do not be scammed by anyone in the comments or on other social media platforms pretending to be me, because I will never ever message you and ask you to pay me for a reading. All right, now let's run through the decks and their crystals so that you can pick your reading. So today we have deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, and deck 4. If you like to pick by crystal, I'll give you a quick close-up of each of the crystals in case that helps you kind of tap into your inner guidance, your intuition more to see which deck or decks are aligned for you, because you can pick multiple. So for deck number 1, we have Rhodonite, which I just love this Rhodonite piece because it reminds me of like Neapolitan ice cream. I don't know, because it has this pink swoosh. So now I'm going to have to go get some after this reading. Now we also have for pile 2, we have our Amethyst shard here. For our deck number 3, we have Terahertz. And then for deck number 4, we have our Flourite crystal. So those are your crystals in case that helps awaken any clarity on which reading is for you. We will be incorporating multiple decks into each of the readings, and I will list all of the decks used in this reading in the description below in case you're curious what any of the decks are. You can absolutely watch more than one of the readings if more than one deck is calling to you. That just means that there is guidance for you in each of the readings that you're meant to hear. So pause the video now if you need to. Take however long you need to listen to your inner guidance and choose which deck or decks are calling to you. And then click the timestamps below in the description to jump to whichever of the readings you are called to, and I'll see you there. Hello, deck number 1. This is your reading to uncover what guidance the universe has to help you tap into your it factor when it comes to making money. So this way you can stand out above everyone else in your job, eliminate all competition that could ever possibly exist in your niche, industry, or field, and really just become unstoppable, untouchable in your career. And of course, that'll allow you to manifest way more money into your life by doing so. And I will say that if you want more support in unlocking your full potential for manifesting money and success, you are 100% welcome to come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership for all the resources, support, and high vibe, like-minded community you need to do so. The link for the Wealth Vibe membership is in the description and pinned comment below. We're going to move your crystal right out of the way. We're going to start shuffling, dive into your reading. All right, I want to see how deck number 1 can unlock their money-making it factor or their money-making zone genius. How can you unlock that? How can you take it to the next level? How can you really kick it up a notch? That card wants to come out for you. Let's see what guidance the universe has for you. Grounding. See maybe a little bit of imbalance in your life, maybe in your relationship with money. We'll see what the rest of the cards say. But once you can solve that, this might be a matter of building really strong foundations for you. Deck 1, but let's see. All right, let's see what we have. We clearly have our grounding card with the potato here. We have focus, stock. We have ritual, with sweet corn. We have productivity with Kent pumpkin. We also have emotion, cucumber. All right, very clear message here coming through for you, deck 1. So in order to unlock your money-making zone of genius, your money-making it factor, X factor, whatever you want to call it, just that thing that's going to help you just take it up to the next level is like clearly what the card that flipped over for you first, right, is grounding potato. There needs to be some work done on your foundations in your business, in your life, in your career. I'm seeing mostly these are internal foundations around how you see yourself and also your vision, creating a very strong foundational vision that you want to manifest, right? So getting more clarity on what you want to manifest. And so I see this almost stretching, right? Like getting clearer on what you want to create in the future. What do you want to be known for is what I'm getting. This is a great journaling prompt. Right? What do you want to be known for in your field, in your career, in your life? What do you want to be known for? Deck 1. If you don't already know what that is, this is the universe saying, get clear on that. Because if you're not clear on that, how can you move toward something big? If you want something, you have to be so clear on what you want to be known for. You don't have to be clear on the how it's going to happen. You don't have to be clear on, all the little tiny, I saw 222 for you, so some good confirmation. You don't need to be so clear on like the little tiny minutia and every step of the plan of how you'll get to that level of success, notoriety, wealth. But you do need to know, what do you want to be known for? At least in some general sense, what do you want to be known for? When people hear your name, like when your boss hears your name, when the president of the company you work for hears your name, when someone else in the industry hears your name, when someone on Instagram hears your name, wherever your money-making activities are, when someone hears your name, what do you want them to think of? What's the feeling you want them to get immediately? What do you want people to associate you with? What do you want, what's an adjective or a couple words that would come to mind right away and that would make someone say, oh, go check out deck 1, right? Your name. That's the kind of clarity you need to have, the universe is saying, in order to move forward, because you need to have that focus. You need to have that focus of what you're moving toward, right? We have this, again, this expansion of the future, this vision of what you want to be known for, what you want, what kind of name you want to make for yourself. You need to know what that is and have a clear idea of that, of what do you want to be known for, so that you can start to embody it. And then you need to ground into the qualities, the traits that version of you that you want to become has, so that you can start to become them. Because those traits already exist within you on some degree, and you're going to need to ground it, root down into them. Like this is a root. You need to root down into them. And that's going to keep you so much more focused, an eye on the prize, right? You were saying keep your eye on the prize, and that's going to unleash this total capacity you have, deck 1, for manifesting the wealth you desire, the success you desire, that notoriety, that unstoppableness. And you'll be so much more productive in getting there, but you have to be so clear on what you want or who you want to become, what you want to be known for, most specifically, deck 1. And then you need to ground into the qualities that you already have and nurture them, nourish them to allow them to come forth, right? So that in doing that, 444 for you, just saw that, you're going to expand in this really intentional way, and all of your like best gifts and traits are going to be able to come to the surface. I'm getting that where you've been maybe stuck from being able to get to the level of success or notoriety or fame or recognition and therefore wealth that you want, deck 1, is a lack of focus. Like it's a lack of knowing exactly who you want to become, or at least what you want to be known for, the general way you want people to think about you, that kind of identity of that you want to step into, that you want to grow into. There's been a lack of that, and that's kept you scattered throughout, I'm seeing, the last several years of your life and your career. You've been kind of all over the place. And let's be clear, you don't have to want fame, right? You could just want to be the best at what you do, or be the most respected person in your role at your company, right? Like, or be the most senior. Like, it doesn't have to be celebrity, but you do have to have some sort of image, the universe is saying, in your mind of who do I want to become? How do I want others to see me? What do I want others to admire me for, to look up to me for? Right? Like getting clear on that, 555 for you, so many angels. This is very much what you need to be working on. Getting clear on that is going to allow you to be so much more focused and move so much more faster to that vision, right? Like it's going to give you something to focus on. Now, when we talk about, so first step, get clear on how you want to be seen. Second step, look at the qualities that version of you would have. Where do you already have some of those traits, or the beginnings of those traits? How can you nurture them within you, right? And bring those traits more into the now. Grow those traits into the now. Doing that daily. Daily connecting with, I'd say pick your top 3 traits that you know you would have at that next level of success, of notoriety, of recognition, of wealth. Pick those 3 traits that you want, like 3 traits that even sum up what you want to be known for, my guides are saying. What are the 3 skills or traits you want to be known for? And start cultivating those every day. Tap into them. How do you embody them a little bit more? How do you embody them on an emotional or energetic level, right? How do you embody them and use your emotions to fuel you as well and not get distracted by them? How do you do it daily, right? Ritual. Make a ritual of this, a daily practice, a daily exercise of just checking in with at least one, if not all 3 of those qualities, those traits, those skills that you want to be known for. And how do you cultivate them? How do you value them a little bit more each day? How do you ground into them, understanding them a little more? How do you grow them? How do you make them bigger? How do you expand them? How can you fuel them? Maybe it's actually actively working on developing different skills. Maybe it's just reminding yourself that you have the skill and how valuable and unique that is to you, and really anchoring into that, right? But this is what's going to unlock your money-making zone of genius, your ability to just completely rise to the top very, very quickly. And that's how simple it gets to be, right? Like get clear on what you want to be known for, and then start cultivating those traits and head in that direction. That's not that unreasonable, right? When we think about unlocking our money-making zone of genius. The interesting thing I'm getting, though, is that the universe is saying that by doing this stuff, right? By doing what we've just covered here, not only will you have more focus and move more quickly toward what you want, and you'll see your own inner growth as well. But I'm also getting that you'll start to see certain traits that you focus on that start to help you make more money very quickly. So certain traits that you focus on that you know that version of you who's really well known or respected in your industry or field or job, you start to see as you embody and root into those more and grow them more, certain ones are going to start to stand out to you that are going to be your money-making zone of genius. Like you're going to start to see some of them really pay off quickly, and you'll be like, oh, wow. And then you can lean in deeper into those, right? So it's almost like testing out different skills until you find the one that's like one or a few that are your zone of genius when it comes to making money, your it factor, right? So that's really, really cool. That's really exciting. That's all it is. It's just a little bit of trial and error, but it's not even trial and error. It's just getting clear on who you want to become and what qualities and skills they possess, what you want to be known for, what quality and skills you want to be known for, and just cultivating some of those. Pick like 1 to 3 to focus on for a while. And whenever one kind of feels stale or you don't feel like it's paying off, drop that off and put another one in that place. But always having just a few skills or traits or gifts that you're kind of cultivating, that you're building yourself up around, you're building your confidence around, you're understanding the value of them, and you're using in different ways and putting out there more and sharing with others and learning more about and building on. And the more that you do that, you're going to see certain ones that start to pay off and you're going to almost stumble upon. It's not really because you're intentionally looking for it, but you're going to find the ones that are like your money-making zone of genius, your just kind of it factor, and help you stand out. And you're gonna be like, oh wow, when I did that, my boss like loved that and actually like said, oh, maybe this continues, we'll give you a raise. Or maybe you did something and you had your best month in business, or you signed like clients super quickly, more than you ever have before, because you did this different thing or used this different gift or way of writing your content or whatever it is. So start playing with those things, embodying those traits, not trying to build them up, almost borrowing them from the future, from that clear vision you create and get clear on. From what I was talking about, what do you want to be known for? What gifts and traits do you want to be known for? What do you want people to think of when they think of you, right? All right. I want to see how deck number 1, and by the way, this is so much of what we do in the membership, in the Wealth by membership I create, because it's like, one of the big pillars I talk about is valuing the skills that come easily to you and the gifts that you come easily to you, and also embodying. That's another pillar. Embodying, almost remembering who we want to become, right? Creating that clear vision and then stepping into it. We've done alter ego challenges around it. We've done so many challenges, quantum leap challenges, things like that we just wrapped up in there to help you do all of that. So definitely come join in if you want help doing that, because it's incredibly powerful work. People of 1111 for you. Might be your sign to join the membership if you've been thinking about it. People have been, oh my gosh, yes, Wheel of Fortune. People have been creating massive results in our challenges, like an extra 10K a month, moving into the house of their dreams, all that sort of stuff. So that link is below to come check it out if you want support in this, really unlocking your next level powerful, successful self. All right, what I just pulled for is I want to see how deck 1 can stand out from everyone else in their field. And of course, we pulled the Wheel of Fortune card, which we love to see here. And we pulled the Knight of Pentacles. Again, love to see this in our Success and Money reading. So the guidance coming through with these on how you can stand out from everyone else in your field. This is kind of the cool thing, is the universe is saying, just stay focused on, like, again, our focus here. And I always see Knight of Pentacles as very focused and very, hardworking, very reliable, very, like, moving forward at a good, consistent pace, right, toward what you desire, towards the success you want and the money you want. So again, working, continually not letting yourself get off track, as long as you don't let yourself get off track and keep, being like, now I want to be known for this, now I want to be known for this. It's like, take the time after this reading, sometime in the next few days or week, get really clear on what you want to be known for. Do whatever soul searching you need to do to be able to be clear on what kind of name do you want to make for yourself in whatever capacity that is for you, right? Whether that's a worldwide name you want to make for yourself or just in your company, whatever it is valid, but get clear on what that is and what that looks like, what you want to be known for, the gifts you want to be known for, the skills you want to be known for, the qualities you want to be known for. Get clear on those things. Do what you need to do to be clear, so then you can move toward that. And there's a million ways you can be, create what you want, create what you envision for yourself. So, if you're someone who's multi-passionate, or you're like an MG in human design, or a manifester, or a manifesting generator, you don't have to pick just one route to get there, but you do need to pick where you want to go. If you keep changing the target, because you're like, I want to be the most famous yoga teacher in the world, and then the next week you're like, I want to be known for DIY projects at home. If you keep changing the overall big vision, you cannot make progress toward any of them, right? Because you're jumping from one thing to another. If you like jumping, just saw 333 for you, so some good confirmation. If you like jumping from thing to thing to thing, that's fine. But make sure what's the overarching thing, right? Like, so just taking time after this reading sometime to get really clear on what's the overarching, instead of being like, I want to be a world famous yoga instructor, I want to be known for doing DIY projects at home and teaching people how to do that on YouTube or something. It's like, instead, what if you say, you know what, I really want to be known for helping people make the most of the lives they have now. Could you see how those two things might even work together? So when you're clear, but you're so clear on like the kind of energy you want to impart on people, the deeper lesson you want to share with people, the deeper transformation you want to share with people, right? If you're an entrepreneur, things like that, then if that's what you want to be known for, then you can do whatever you want within that, right? Same thing in your job, in your career. If you're like, I really want to be like the best salesperson on my team, or I want to just be known for like being a master of sales. But then the next week you're like, I want to be known for like my great customer service and be the best at customer service and have like the best client relationships. Though if you keep changing the target, you can't really get closer to those things. However, if you make the target a little bit bigger, but still very clear of, I want to just be the master of like connections with people and just be indispensable to my company around that, then you could at times grow your sales skills. You could at times grow your interpersonal connections, your ability to network, things like that. Like that's all person connection, right? So find that overarching thread is what I'm getting. And then stay focused on it and keep moving toward it. Even if you keep changing out those skills you're working with that you're embodying from your next level, but keep working toward it. The more you make consistent progress on that, then the more good luck is going to come your way. You're not even going to have to worry about how do I stand out in my field, because you're going to have a clear image of who you want to become. I guarantee you, most other people, whatever field you're in, they do not have a clear image of what they want to be known for. So few people take time to do that introspective work, and that's why so few people become very well known for something that truly matters to them, and therefore doesn't feel like it's easy to make money or that they're passionate about the way they're making money, right? That's why most of the world doesn't get that. It's because they don't take the time to do that. It's what I found in doing this work for 6 years now of working with people on mastering their inner power and translating that into external abundance. You have to know where to direct your power. You have so much power, deck one, but your focus needs to be on point, right? You need to know what you want to be known for, even if it's a more general thing. Saw 333 again for you. So much confirmation. So as long as you get clear on, take the time to get clear on what you want to be known for, who you want to be celebrated for, then keep moving toward it. Daily, checking in with what qualities or skills or attributes of the version of you who already has that notoriety, that success, that wealth. What traits do you have that you want to grow to that person would have more of, right? That version of you has more of. How can you work on that? And work on different ones of those every day. As you do that, the universe is going to come in to support you. This is the cool thing, is that like for you, the guidance is like, just keep focused. That's like, keep focused. Keep focusing on that embodiment, that growth, that expansion toward who you want to become. And then the universe is going to swoop in and co-create with you. It's going to swoop in and just completely make it so much easier for you. It's going to bring you these synchronistic opportunities, people, situations, offers, opportunities to just help you become more of that person you want, because you're starting to show up and step into being them. So the universe has to reflect that to you, right? So in a way, you're almost at some law of assumption work. You're doing some self-concept work. You're doing some identity work. You are just starting to assume the identity of the person you want to become and that you want to be known for being. And the more and more and more you do that, the more the universe has to deliver opportunities for that to come into fruition in your life. When we talk about law of assumption, right? You're assuming that identity. You're assuming that's what's going to happen. You're becoming that person. It becomes an inevitability for that to happen, right? Again, this is why I created the Wealth Membership, is to have a place to assume the identity of the person you want to become, right? Because that's how much I knew it was needed in the manifestation community, especially around money and success and wealth. All right, I want to know how deck 3 can eliminate all competition. I don't mean this in a aggressive way. I mean this in you become so untouchable, no one can even come close to doing what you do, that there literally is no competition in your field whatsoever. So what can deck 1 focus on to just be so, this is untouchable, right? We'll say untouchable, no competition anywhere around you. What can deck 1 do? Intuition. Moon, maybe intuition. I'm going to pull another card for you. Why do you do nothing? Trust your intuition. Trust what feels right to you. Right? It's so funny. Do nothing. But what I'm getting with this do nothing card here is that the more you, again, stay focused, trust your intuition, focus on yourself, focus on your own growth, your own skills, your own power, your own vision, the more you just stay focused on that, stay in your own lane. Deck 1, do not look at what other people are doing, is what my collective is saying. Wow, okay, collective, I got it. They're like really insistent on this. Do not look at what other people are doing in your field. Do not compare yourself. Do not start scrolling social media or stalking those other people, your competitors, on their LinkedIn or Facebook profile pages or whatever. Do not look at others. Stay in your lane. Ooh, I'm getting the story of, tell the story. Wow, this is really powerful. Tell the story of, no one can compete with me. Like, that can be an affirmation or mantra you say, because know that no one else is doing this inner work that you're doing, this intentional work to become who you want to become. First of all, no one is going to have the exact same vision of what they want to be known for. even if someone did, they wouldn't be taking the time to get clear on what they want to be known for. And then no one has the unique gifts and skills and the focus that you're cultivating to cultivate the gifts within yourself, to grow the gifts you have to become this version of you. Like, no one else is going to be doing this work. You're going to be in a league of your own doing this, is what I'm hearing. You're going to be in a league of your own. You are going to be untouchable because no one can compete, because no one will know how you're doing it, because this is all the inner work. And that's the thing, is it's a secret, right? It's like a great secret unless you decide to share it with people, which you can. But no one's going to know what you're doing. They're just going to look at you and be like, oh my God, a year ago, you were just a nobody, and now you're like the biggest name in this, or everyone wants to hire you in this industry, or you have headhunters coming out and just being like, please work for us. And, like, people are going to be like, where did you come from? And how did you do it? And they're going to look at you and they're not going to know how you did it. They're not going to be like, wow, okay, I can see how they did this and this and this and that got them there. It's like, it's because it's your own inner game. The universe is saying your own inner game. There's nothing you need to do externally to eliminate competition, to rise above it all. All you have to do is keep following your inner guidance, keep following what you know feels intuitively right to help you more and more assume the identity of the person you want to be known as being. And then the more you do that, oh my gosh, the good luck comes. You don't have to do anything. Like, everyone else falls away because you're so focused on your vision and becoming that, and that's the goal. Like, the money isn't even the goal. The fame, the success isn't even the main goal. The main goal is becoming that version of yourself you want to become and be known for. And in doing that, then you will absolutely become known for that. The universe will make sure of it, right? It has no choice but to do that, to respond to that, because you're the creator of your reality. Oh my gosh, it's so powerful. And I love this. I actually, now at first I was like, really do nothing? But now I'm like, yeah, do nothing, because you don't, like, how could anyone compete with all of this that you're going to be, this transformation and this powerful harnessing of your own inner power through this transformation that you're going to be doing? Like, no one can compete with that when you truly commit to it. But you have to just commit to it, right? This is like almost a daily thing. Of course, every now and then you don't have to do this stuff, take weekends off or whatever when you're sick. But pretty much like 99% of the time, be tuning into like just little ways, listening to your intuition on how you can grow like the skills that you're currently trying to grow to become more like the version of you want to be known for being, right? The more you do that, deck one, oh my gosh, like there's nothing else you have to do, because the universe will bring you opportunities for the money and notoriety and success you want. And also, I just saw 22 for you. Also, no one will be able to compete. No one will have the same vision as you. No one will have the same skills they've been cultivating within themselves and valuing within themselves. No one will have the same trajectory, the same journey, the same good luck that the universe is delivering to you. Like, this is incredible. I want to get any last guidance from our Wealthy Woman Oracle deck for you, since this is the deck I wrote specifically for success and abundance readings. So what's the last guidance? I'm sorry, I'm so excited. I'm not even going to pull any more cards from the deck, because this is the perfect one to end on for you. Bountiful blessings. The universe is saying with this card, everything you desire, all the success, all of who you want to be, it's all going to be being divinely, cosmically lined up for you. It's all going to be coming into alignment for you. Deck one, as long as you're doing this stuff. So it's just focusing on the inner work, not looking on what other people are doing, not trying to do it their way, not trying to copy other people's strategies or the way they speak or their resumes or what. It's like just staying in your lane and staying focused and keeping your eye on the prize and cultivating those skills, those gifts, internally, externally, if you need to, like cultivating that to get you closer to who you want to become and want to be known as being. Like, the universe is going to be divinely lining everything up the more you do that. Every day you do that, more and more blessings get closer and closer to coming into alignment for you, to the point where then all you'll have to do is just take one big leap. Meaning, it's like you do this, I'm seeing for like a few months to a year tops, and like things will be increasingly expanding and more abundance and success will be coming along the way, and especially recognition will be coming along the way. But after a year tops, you're going to come to a point where there's going to be some sort of opportunity, right? Or like some sort of job offer or something like that. Or you'll just kind of know it's time intuitively to be like, now I need to take the leap. I finally feel like I've fully become the version of me I wanted to become 3 months, 6 months, a year ago, right? And you are going to, oh wow, so cool. You're just kind of know, or there will be something presented to you, but you'll be like, yeah, I've become it. I've done it. I've become this version of me that I want to be known for. I feel like I'm ready to fully be seen and fully receive all the recognition that I want and fully receive all the wealth I desire as this new version of me, because I've been doing this work daily to change into being this version of me that I want to be known for. I'm ready to be known as who I am now and seen fully and have all eyes on me, whether it's all eyes of, the higher ups in your company or all eyes of the world or in your industry or whatever it is, right? And it'll just be like, okay, I'm going to go, you'll know intuitively, maybe I'm going to go talk to my boss and pitch myself for that promotion or that job opening that just opened up in really higher, levels. Or I'm going to do that rebrand in my business and go out there, and maybe you hire a PR team, or maybe you start pitching yourself to all these podcasts, like big names, or maybe you finally put out that offer you've been wanting to put out, or start that channel you wanted to start, which honestly you probably would have started along the way. But you'll just know there'll be some big bold step to take, and then as soon as you leap, all the blessings start to unlock and manifest into your life. But again, you'll see things manifest along the way over 6 to 12 months for most of you. You'll see things manifest along the way the more you're doing this stuff daily. But there'll be some really big cool point that you'll reach after doing this daily for 6 to 12 months that you'll be like, oh, this is it. And you'll be ready because you've been doing that inner work, and you will leap, and it will have the most beautiful payoff, the most bountiful blessings in your life. All that validation, all that admiration, all that acknowledgement, all that notoriety, all that success, all that wealth that comes with it too. And that's just, I'm so excited for you, Deck One. This is really cool. This was a really cool spread. It's at 26 for you. Really cool spread. Not at all what I expected, but absolutely perfect. All right, deck number 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from this reading and how it resonated. If you know what you want to be known for, comment that too, because I'd love to hear that from you. And also just hold that vision with you. I also, just so you know, always really appreciate getting to see your comments and hear how these readings connect with you. It truly means the world to me, so thank you for commenting. You are, of course, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings for abundance if you're not already subscribed. And if you want help, especially if you find that it's hard to daily do these practices to connect with that vision and become that version of you, or even just to get that vision of who you want to be known for and then move toward it regularly each day. If that becomes difficult for you, or you just want more support and to just supercharge and speed up that process, definitely come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership so that you can get access to all of our upcoming challenges, our book club reads, and all the resources, support, and community you need to just easily manifest the wealth and success you desire in your life. I would absolutely love to get to connect with you there. I love spending time inside the membership, and the link for it is in the description and pinned comment below. Now, if you want to pre-order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck so you can get divine guidance on demand for all things money and abundance, the link for that is also in the description and pinned comment below. After you pre-order, be sure to claim your copy of the exclusive 2-hour wealth activation reading as a thank you for pre-ordering. That's also below. Instructions and link for that are below as well. So, with all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance and success. Not that you need wishes for it. You've got this. Deck One, you're going to be unstoppable. But I will see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 2. This is your reading to uncover what guidance the universe has to help you tap into your it factor when it comes to making money so that you can stand out above everyone else in your niche or job or industry and just become unstoppable, untouchable in your career, and of course, manifest way more money into your life by doing so. Now, if you want more support in fully unlocking your potential for manifesting money and success, you are absolutely welcome to come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership for all of the resources, support, and high vibe like-minded community you need to do so. The link for the Wealth Vibe membership is in the description and pinned comment below. So we are going to move your crystal out of the way and we're going to dive into your reading now. We're going to start shuffling. All right, so I want to know, how can deck number 2 unlock their money-making it factor or their money-making zone genius? What can you do to unlock that thing that je ne sais quoi, that's going to take you to that next level to get you that fame and notoriety you want? We have 3 of your cards here for you. I'm going to grab probably 2 more to start us off with. I feel like I always like to start with 5. Let's see what comes out for you. One more card, please, universe. Thank you. All right, let's see what we have here. All right, so we have 4 of Wands. We have our 7 of Pentacles. Move this out of the way, make some space. We have 5 of Wands. We have the Sun, and we have Ace of Pentacles. Oh, these are beautiful. Okay, my loves. So this is some nice, clear guidance coming. The guidance is coming in strong today. Deck 2. In order to unlock your money-making it factor, your superpower, your money-making zone of genius that's going to take you to that next level of success and wealth. The main message I'm getting here is that there's this urge from the universe, this invitation, this nudge from the universe to really focus on, I'm seeing community, right? And also like your home life or your personal life, right? Like, and it's so interesting because this is a reading, right? For success, for career, for money. And often we're like, well, why do I need to focus on my home life, my personal life, my friendships, my relationship, my family life, my community, right? But that's what I'm seeing is that what you're going to do to get to the success you want and to be able to unlock this like superhuman ability to rise to the top and have that wild success and abundance in your life is it's going to require you to have a good deal of support, of community, of stability to build from and to draw from as you go. Because I do see, especially with our Seven of Pentacles, you are like, you're going to be putting in some work. And it's not, I don't want to say putting in some work in a bad way, because I see that what you're going to be doing to like call in all the success and money, let's say it's going to be joyful work for you. It's going to be something you love. It's going to feel good to you. It's going to be very rewarding, and it's going to lead in the long term to huge opportunities, to huge manifestations. It's like you're going to work for a while toward what you want. You might see abundance manifest along the way, more and more success, but it's like you're going to need to build up to something, right? So this could be like, I could see you starting a business. I could see you taking your business to the next level, maybe shifting gears in business. Maybe it's kind of going down a new career path, or just really be like, I'm going to fully commit myself and go all in and rise to the top of the company I'm at, or whatever it is. But you're going to be giving your all to it, right? And that means that you need to make sure that your personal life is stable before you can do that. Because if that's unstable and you're pouring so much of yourself into your home life or into your business or your work or your career, then your home life is going to crumble. So for some of you, it might be that this means there needs to be some healing work done, right? Some resolving conflicts, some, resolving where there's tension, where there is any sort of kind of weak links in your personal or home or family life, right? Those things might need to be addressed first for some of you. For some of you, it's just going to be kind of like this is just more of a word of warning of like, if you don't pay attention to like making sure things are stable and good and positive, that you feel like you have community or you have support from your family or your loved ones or your partner. If you don't feel like you have that, then you're going to end up, those relationships will start to suffer as you pour yourself more and more into your work. But if you have that stability, then pouring yourself more and more into your work is going to be easier and easier, and you're going to succeed so much more quickly. You're just going to soar. You're going to fly. It's going to be so much easier, because even when you have the self-doubt, which inevitably pops up, right? This is the thing. You're going to go on some journey. Like, your money-making zone genius is underneath a lot of transformation, is what I'm seeing. A lot of transformation that's going to come as a byproduct of really committing yourself to something, right? That's a lot of what I'm seeing here with our Seven of Pentacles. This commitment to this long-term vision you have, this long-term goal you have, your perseverance, your hard work. It's like you're going to be cultivating, growing, like we have, like she's, working with a potted plant here, growing a plant in the image here. And it's very much, this is what the Seven of Pentacles is about. It's about this, like, you plant the seeds, you tend to them, you do the dirty work, you do the hard work. It might be joyful work for you, right? She's not like she's suffering, but you do that work, that you commit to it, you do it ongoingly without the payoff until the payoff arrives, right? So there's a massive, like big, huge opportunity that you can't even dream of yet, or you can kind of see it, but you have no idea how you're going to get there. But I'm getting joyful. Like my collective is sending me this, oh my gosh, it's this beautiful, like sparkly gold, joyful energy. It's like filling my whole chest up. It's like, just feels like it's opening my whole body up. It is so expansive. Like there is some huge opportunity. You haven't even so far in your life scratched the surface of what this opportunity is going to bring you in terms of success, notoriety, appreciation, acclaim, and wealth, right? In whatever context you want those things, like you haven't even scratched the surface of what's possible for you and what's coming on the other side of you fully just committing to something. Like, so again, it might be some of you have been like, I want to go and get my PhD and I want to build a career off of that, but I know that it's going to take so much work for years and before I can really reap the rewards. And, I need to know that my partner's on board with this, or I got people who have my back and who will, I have community around me who's going to lift me up and support me when I have the self-doubt or when things feel hard, right? Maybe it's more like I really want to commit and put in extra hours into this thing, or I want to build the side hustle or do this passion project of mine that I want to launch into the world. And whatever it is, there's something that you're going to find your groove with it. You're going to find your it factor and your kind of like star quality, star power through it. But you have to be able to commit to it, and you have to have the support behind you. And if you don't, then there's going to be more conflict, disagreements, challenges, clashes, right, with the people maybe even in your life, or even when you come up against conflict or competition, which we're going to talk about competition a little bit in your field or with what you're doing. You need that support from your family, right, from your community, whatever it is for you. So if you don't feel like you have community right now, first of all, the Wealth By membership is a great place to find that community. You can come join me there. Created this as an online space of like-minded go-getters and people who are, into this intersection of spirituality and money and success, so that we can lift one another up. It's a very positive place, right, for that sort of thing. So you're welcome to join us there. But also just like, if you don't feel like you have that community, you want some in-person community, start going to more networking events or start talking to your friends more about what you want to do and see if they're like supportive of this, or talk to your partner about it and see if they'll support you. Or if you already have people in your life who you feel like are supportive, it's like, just let them know, have the conversation, sit down and have the conversation, source a thing, and tell them what you want and what you're thinking of doing. And you don't have to say, I'm going to do this. No, you could. You could say, I'm thinking of this. What do you think? Would that be something that you'd be supportive of and all this? And just, start to have the dialogue and get on the same page about it and really communicate about it and say, I think this will require support from me. Like, I'll need your support. I want to know that we're good, that you're okay with me doing this. I kind of have your blessing in a way, especially if you're in like a partnership or something like that, right? Also, we have 1111 on this card for you, so that's kind of cool to see. I don't think I've seen that on these other cards as those angel numbers. But there's like a wealth of love and support and community available to you as long as you go looking for it, right? And so you're just saying, before you embark on this big thing, make sure that that's in place. Take some time to cultivate that if you need to, or, just make sure everyone in your life that you would want on board with you is on board with this before you embark on this venture, that it's really going to be, I get the sense you already kind of know what you're called to do. You have this idea of what you want your career to look like, your trajectory to look like, what you want to accomplish. And you're going to get there, and it's going to be even better than you think. Like, it could be, you're like, I want to publish a book and I need to actually write this book, or I need to really put in the hours I need to be spending like my evenings or my weekends writing after my day job in order to write this manuscript. And then I need to get an editor, and I need to, do this, and it's going to be this long process. And, once it's published, the publisher's going to need things from me. So it's like, you might need to make sure that your partner's on board with that maybe there's less time that you're spending together, but the time you do spend it together is very quality time and intentional, right? But are they on board with that? Will they support you through it? Will they cheer you on? Do they believe in you? Or can you find people around you who will cheer you on and believe in you and help you remember your strength and why you're doing this when times feel tough or challenging, right? Because that, as an entrepreneur and a writer myself, like, that is very much part of the process of any big endeavor. And it's just because you're growing through it. But you need to make sure there's people there who are going to help you grow through it, so that you can handle whatever challenges come your way with grace and push through to this amazing opportunity. And also just so those relationships don't crumble, don't suffer, because then that's going to take its toll on your work too. So just making sure that's in place, and that's going to allow you to just run with things, and just honestly having that support and pure positivity, love, warmth, like confidence, optimism that comes from people who truly support you and get you and see your potential and are cheering you on and willing to pick you up when you stumble. It's like that will fuel you, deck 2. That will be more than you need to carry you through to this amazing opportunity. It'll make you unstoppable, right? Like that will fuel you in this growth and help you become truly untouchable. Like no one will be able to tear you down. Nothing no one says to you that's negative will slow you down or trip you up, because you know you have the support of the people in your corner, right? So that's just so beautiful. And I'm just, oh my gosh, it's like, these are such beautiful cards. Again, talking about the Sun cards, this is our only major arcana card that came out here. Not only is this like indicative of the support you can get from your community and your family, but it's also the energy that then you're going to take from your family, your friends, your community, your loved ones that are supporting you, and you're going to take that and pour it into your work, and then that's going to serve to amplify the energy that they're giving. They're going to give you this pure positive energy that you'll pour into your work, and then your work will amplify out that energy, right? Energetically, magnetically, drawing in what you want, drawing in these opportunities, but also just like elevating the quality of your work to a point that no one else can compete with, right? Which is a little bit more on what we're going to read on in a moment, but that's so incredibly beautiful. Deck 2, I'm so excited for you, for how like you're just gonna have like this team of people behind you who are just pouring so much love into you, and you can take that love and pour it into yourself, which then you can use that to pour into your work, and then that can pour back out into the world and serve so many people in whatever you're doing, right? And that's truly beautiful, like truly gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I love these cards. This is one of my favorite spreads I've seen in a long time. Like this is, don't get me wrong, like all of our different readings, different spreads really catch my eye, but there's some magic here. There's some true magic. It's, I'm getting the guidance my collective is saying. Remind deck 2. This is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. It's bringing tears to my eyes. Remind deck 2 that when you have the support of people who love you, support of people who believe in you, when you have that support, their energy and your energy co-create more than the sum of your parts, right? Like they multiply each other. Wow. It's not just like, oh, I have my energy or my skills, and then I have people supporting, so it's kind of bumped up that amount. It's not like 2 + 2 = 4. It's like 3 × 3 = 9, right? It's not just the sum of the parts. It's multiplicative. It's exponential. It's not just like, oh yeah, that's a nice little boost. It's like, no, this is what will carry you. Wow, I did not think we were going to get something about like, oh, draw on support from other people, but here we are. And I mean, it makes total sense, right? This is why I love tarot and oracle cards. It can give through guidance I would never necessarily think off the top of my head, even with my experience in this realm, right? Full moon, forgiveness. Forgive whatever needs to be forgived, right? Especially in yourself. I'm pulling right now, by the way, for how you can stand out from everyone else in your field, but there needs to be some forgiveness. Part of this could be tied into forgiveness of anything or forgiving whatever you need to forgive in others in order that, you feel like you should forgive. Don't make excuses for people if they're not deserving of it. But maybe forgiveness, having those conversations, healing things with people so that you can make sure everyone's on the same page and feeling good as you embark on this endeavor. But I also get that this is more forgiveness of yourself, right? The universe is saying there's some healing work for you to do. It doesn't have to be hard, but there's something you need to bring your conscious awareness and forgiveness to within yourself for maybe past situations. Maybe you've tried something before and it didn't pay off or it failed. Maybe forgiveness for, I know some people say, oh, I've waited too late in life and now I'm starting so late. And it's like, forgive yourself for thinking you're ever not on time, the universe is saying. But just whatever there is within you, and this is something you can reflect on after this reading, is where am I beating myself up for something career or money-wise, or even like personal life-wise, right? Relationship-wise. Where am I beating myself up? And how can I forgive myself? Because so many people, let's be clear, so many people walk around with these deep wounds. I mean, we all have wounds. We're all always healing in different ways, right? But most people walk around with these deep wounds that are self-inflicted, right? Like these stories of regret or beating themselves up for things they did or didn't do in the past. And oftentimes it's subconscious too. Oftentimes we have so many subconscious stories around it. And it's so important to forgive and heal those parts of ourselves and bring love to it. And really be able to move forward fully in love with ourselves, fully compassionate for ourselves. Because again, what you're about to embark on is like this marathon, and so many people will fall away. Like, you know, if you start some sort of PhD program, using that example, or you want to get your yoga teacher training certification and start teaching classes with that and make a living doing that, or you want to write that book or whatever it is. So many other people who will try to do that, those same things, people you could see as your competition. Those people, so many people who start those things will not finish them because they don't have, first of all, the support of the people behind them, but they also are walking around not forgiving themselves in the way, and those wounds are dragging them down, right? They drain them. That means that they don't have the stamina to go the distance. But you will. You do have that potential, deck 2. But just taking that little bit of time, again, I feel like you're about to embark on this huge journey of something, some new offer, some new niche or pivot in your business, starting a new business, starting a side hustle, getting that certification, getting that degree, really committing to rising to the top of your company in the shortest amount of time ever, to growing that YouTube channel, whatever it is. Like, I just see that you're about to embark on this channel, you're about to embark on this journey, and you're going to commit yourself fully to it. But before you commit yourself fully to it, have that support of the people behind you. Be in a really good place with that. Like, look how idyllic and perfect and fairy tale like this card is. Like, that's how you want your relationship. Relationships don't have to be perfect, but they need to be stable, right? And then work on forgiving anything within yourself. Work on your relationship with yourself, right? Just make sure, and again, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be fully healed to embark on this journey to start things, but you do need to be cognizant of these things and working on them and feel like you're starting from a pretty solid place so that you have that strong foundation to build from. Because there's so much available to you. I don't even want to say at stake or on the line, because it's something that it's meant for you, right? Like the abundance, the things that I said you've barely scratched the surface of, the success, that's stuff that's meant for you. Deck 2. It's meant for you. So let yourself lean into the inevitability of it, into your destiny for it, but build from a very solid foundation so that you can get there more easily and without as much turmoil and difficulty. And we have moon dance celebration. Yeah, because that forgiveness is going to help you celebrate yourself more, but also celebrating every little milestone along the way is also going to help you outlast so much of the competition out there, right? Like set little, you were saying set little goals for yourself, because this is like such a marathon, a journey you're going on. I see some of you maybe developing entire video games or, you know, just these amazing things that I just see so many different, because this is a general reading, right? I see so many of you doing such amazing, cool things that the world needs and will love and will help people. And even if you're not an entrepreneur, just like contributing with your own unique skills and gifts, like you're going to build something so freaking cool or be part of something so incredibly awesome. But it's going to be like a commitment, a long journey. And when I say long, it could be a couple of years, it could be a decade, could be, you know, like 8 to 12 months. You know, it's like, it's not just like, oh, I'll just do it this week. Or, oh, this is something I'll just do here and there when I have the time. It's like, this is something that you're going to be committing yourself to. And so to be able to go the distance and stand out above everyone else who's trying to do the same thing, first of all, that forgiveness, that support from your family, both those things, gonna make you so solid and strong. But what's even gonna carry you beyond that, where other people stumble, is gonna be when you celebrate the little milestones. So just be looking for the little milestones. So if you're trying to, you know, like write that novel, then make you like get your outline done. And when the outline of all your chapters and the general plot and stuff is done, celebrate and be like, look what I've accomplished, look what I've done. Most people who start out to do that don't do that even. Look how far I've come. Okay, and now we go to the next thing, right? But celebrate with the people around you. Celebrate with your family. Celebrate with your loved ones. Celebrate with your friends. Celebrate with those people who support you, with your community. Throw a party, have a dinner, right? Like do something to celebrate that, and then because that's going to fill you back up to keep going. right? So celebration as a tool to keep you going and to keep refilling you and recharging you is going to be really powerful. And that's going to help you stand out from everyone else, because you're going to be so positive and so like go-getter about it. Whereas everyone else at that point in their journey, it's like at each little bit, you're going to be like refueled and ready to get to that next level. And people are just getting worn out because they're walking around with wounds, with these lack of support from people, with and they're not celebrating along the way. So it's like you do those things, Deck 2. Oh my gosh. You're going to stand out so much from everyone else around you, everyone else in your field, your job, your industry, any competition out there. It's going to be amazing. All right. I want to know how you can eliminate all competition. And when I say eliminate, this isn't aggressive. This is in a like, how can you, again, this is going to help you outlast them, but how can you rise up above all this so that there is no competition for you? You are the only one that any prospective employer or prospective publisher or whoever looks at and says, yes, I want to hire you. I want to fund that. I want to be part of that, right? How do you make it so that you are head and shoulders above the rest to the point where no one can even compete? There is no competition. How do we get to that point? Clarity. Clarity. This was something we talked about quite a bit in deck number 1. So if you were called to one, especially this has the number 1 here, if you were called to watch deck number 1 at all, if that one called to you, go ahead and go check it out. You don't have to. It's a very different reading, very different energy. But what I'm seeing for you, it was a lot about clarity, right? So if this feels like a tripping point for you, definitely go back and check that out. There's some really good tips in there. And I just saw 2222 for you, so some nice confirmation. With the clarity card here, what I'm seeing is that if you can be really clear on the end goal, right? Very clear on the end goal of where you're going, what you're trying to manifest with this big, this Ace of Pentacles, this really big opportunity, this big final goal. If you can be really clear on that and keep your eye on that prize as you're moving forward and never get sidetracked or let the little minutia wear you down and discourage you, that's going to completely, you will hear people like your boss might say, like in performance reviews, you're just so focused, you're so clear on what the ultimate goal is. You don't get distracted by the little setbacks or whatever. Like you just keep moving. You're so clear on it. You're so focused. You might hear, like your publisher, when you're querying publishers or something like that, being like, oh, you're so clear on who this book is for and what you want the message to be and all this, and we'd love to see and how you want to share it with the world and all that. Like there's just so much, right, that you can be applauded for with that clarity, and how you'd be surprised how few people have that clarity and who get sidetracked from the big goal, the big picture, right? So having that and keeping that in mind will help you really rise above and eliminate the competition, right? Make it so no one can compete. And also your strength, right? The strength you are going to, again, the strength that you pull on from your community, from your support base, and the strength you foster through healing, whatever you need to heal within yourself and your relationship with yourself, the strength that celebration gives you, that's really going to be one of your greatest qualities that allows you to rise up, right? To rise up and to really be that clear front runner, right? Like, because it's the strength you display, the confidence, and also the strength and quality of your work is going to speak for itself. So there isn't too much you need to do with these other than keeping your eye on the prize, continually revisiting what's my big goal, what am I actually doing all this work for, keeping that in mind, keeping your why in mind. Why have you decided to commit yourself to this? What's really truly important to you about it? And as long as you keep that top of mind as you move forward, the strength will naturally be there, I see. But people, your work will be very strong in and of itself. And that means potential employers, potential, your boss looking at you for potential raises or promotions, potential publishers, potential yoga studios, potential game development studios, whatever it is, whoever you'd be pitching to or wanting to work for, or people, audiences you want to build or whatever, they'll just see that in you and they'll be like, wow, I need this clarity, this level of work, this quality of work, right? So it's, keep your eye on the prize, keep the big vision in mind, and that's going to help you eliminate all competition, especially, I'm also getting, look at where other people in your field, any of the competition, right? Look at where they look at where they aren't clear, where when you listen to them speak or you read something they write or you engage with, you see them doing the same thing you're doing. Look at where, if you're reading it or engaging with it, you're like, that's not clear to me. Then look at where the same thing you're doing. So again, if it's like you're reading other people's pitches to publishers or something, and you're like, that's not clear who that's for. Go back and look at your own pitch you want to send off and make sure that that part of your pitch is so incredibly clear, right? Like, it's like, look at where other people aren't clear and make sure you double down on being clear there. And that's going to just blow everyone else out of the water, really. All right. And then we have the student card, which I just pulled from our Wealthy Woman deck, which is just the most beautiful card. And I just want to get any last guidance for you. And the student card is all about learning, right? Learning new skills, new things, building something, right? Which is what you're doing here with your Eight of Pentacles and just working towards something reliably. But also it's about turning your wisdom, like the things you've learned, into wisdom. And that's a lot of what I see you doing. You're going to be learning things along your way, along all your work that you're committing yourself to. And that'll just keep building on itself, not self-stuff. 444 for you. Very solid foundation, right? Solid number. But also with the student card, you're going to be, I think what you're going to be wanting to build on, what you're wanting to build, what you're wanting to commit yourself to is something that's going to allow you to take the wisdom you already have right now in this moment and turn it into like the lessons you've learned and turn those into wisdom. So if you don't know, this kind of brings us full circle, but if you don't know what this thing is you want to commit yourself to, that's going to open up all these opportunities for abundance and help you just really rise up to the top of whatever field you choose to be in and manifest all the wealth and success you desire. If you don't know what that is, look at the biggest lessons you've learned in your life thus far and see if there's anything in there that you're truly passionate about creating something around or learning more about or diving deeper into, and just see if that gives you a hint as to kind of like where to start and to dive into all of this. That's a really good place to start looking for you. But I see that you are starting out as the student. You will soon become like the expert, and then you'll start to see the rewards from that, the success from that, right? Like I see very much this as a journey for you over the next years of being a student who then becomes the master, right? And so that's really beautiful. And that's what's possible for you, and you will continue to succeed and persevere where others don't and cannot because they haven't done their inner healing work. They don't have the support of others who believe in them. They aren't celebrating the milestones along the way. They're not clear on what it is that they're building and their why, their purpose, their driving force behind it all. And since you have all that, like, you're going to just go the distance. That's the word it gives you. You're going to be able to go to the distance. Deck 2. And it's just, you're going to be unstoppable. That's really, really cool. All right, deck 2, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below, letting me know what you took from it and how it resonated. I always do really appreciate getting to see your comments and hear how these readings connect with you. It means the world to me. If you know what it is that you're embarking on, like what you want to commit yourself to, let me know that in the comments. I'd love to hear that. I'd love to see what you're all working on. You are, of course, if you're not already, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings for abundance. And if you want to come join me inside the Wealth by membership so you can get access to all of our upcoming challenges and all the resources, support, and community you need to more easily manifest the wealth and success that you desire into your life, and really have us be part of this community to support you as you go on this endeavor, then I would love to get to connect with you there and cheer you on. The link for the Wealth by membership is in the description and pinned comment below. If you want to pre-order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck so you can get divine guidance on demand for all things money and abundance, the link for that is also in the description and pinned comment below. After you pre-order, be sure to claim your copy of the exclusive 2-hour wealth activation reading that I'm giving away for free as a thank you to everyone who pre-orders. The link to do so is below as well. So, with all of that being said, deck 2, I am wishing you massive prosperity, abundance, love, support, and massive success and opportunities which are coming for you. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 3. This is your reading to uncover what guidance the universe has to help you tap into your it factor when it comes to making money so that you can stand out above everyone else in your job, your niche, or your industry and just become unstoppable, untouchable in your career. And of course, manifest way more money into your life by doing so. Now, if you want more support in unlocking your full potential for manifesting money and success, you are absolutely welcome to come join me inside the Wealth Vibe membership for all of the resources, support, and community you need to do so. The link for that is in the description and pinned comment below. So we are going to move your crystal out of the way. We are going to dive in and start shuffling. All right, I want to know, how can deck number 3 unlock their money-making it factor or their money-making zone of genius? Like, what can you do to unlock that, deck 3? So one card here for you. I want to get at least 5 cards out to start your reading with. This one wants to come out for you. This one as well. Any last ones? There we go. All right, deck 3. Let's see what you have here. All right, we have Yin Moon, accept help. Ooh. I want to get the rest of your cards down that I just pulled before we get into this. Okay, Moon Circles, support. The Moon's Wisdom, take the lead. These are so beautiful. Moon and Detriment, cut your losses. And then Moon Memories, the past. Oh, so interesting. This is such, wow, what beautiful symmetry of these cards too. Like we have our crescent moons here. Wow, okay. Very clear message coming for you, deck 3. So what I'm seeing is that in order to really unlock, activate, unleash your money-making it factor, your natural just like ability to just get in the zone and be wildly successful, in order to unlock all that, you're going to need to start accepting some help. This can look so different for so many people, but what I'm getting specifically is, first of all, not being afraid to ask for support. There's something, and we'll see as things come up in later cards, but also just something I'm reminded of that I'm being guided to share with you here is when I wrote the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, which we'll use later, there's a card in there, our Abundant Assembly card, that when I channeled the guidance for it, when I wrote it for the guidebook, it like gave me chills, and it's still something, there's a reason I have like the print for that card hanging up in this room. It's right behind me right now. It's the only print I have hanging in my house. Like I have other prints of the deck that are smaller, but this is like the only big print I have up. And the reason is that with that Abundant Assembly card, there's this guidance, and I feel like it's the same thing that's coming through here for you, which is there's no prize for doing it on your own. Right? I remember when that came through me, that gave me chills. And also I think I cried because I'm someone who I've always been so determined and independent and not wanted to accept help because I either don't want to be a burden on other people or I don't want to look weak in some way, right? Like there's been a lot of my own healing I've had to do around that sort of stuff. And I found that I built quite a bit on my own without, not totally in a vacuum, but with very little help from others because I wasn't open to it. And so the universe is saying, like, where are you cutting yourself off to support deck 3? Is it in literally in around your finances, around your career, around your work? Do you not trust other people, right? Do you not trust someone else to do what you can do if you don't need to delegate things or outsource things? Do you think it'll make you look weak, right? Like why and where are you shutting yourself off from support? Is it maybe not in your career or money sector? Maybe it's in your personal life, but then that drains your energy because you're trying to do everything yourself. Like you won't ever let anyone else help watch your kids and give you a night off, or like, what are you doing or not doing in your personal life or your career where you're not allowing help in? Right? What areas could you be accepting help more, or asking for help and accepting help in? I do see that help is available if you ask for it, if you look for it, if you let it in. I see that for a lot of you. Again, this is a general reading. For a lot of you, people are already offering to help you in certain ways, and you're either not even recognizing that, or you're thinking that their offers aren't genuine, or that you'd be selfish to take that from them, or that it's like you don't want to look weak or whatever it is, like, or that you're gonna have to pay them back or something. It's like, allow help in, you know what I'm saying? And when you do that, when you allow help in, when you look for support, sisterhood, companionship, community, right? When you look for these things, it's going to allow you to start to take the lead more in your career, because it's either going to fill your cup up in your personal life, energetically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and it'll give you that energy to pour back into your work to then really rise to the top and reach your full potential in whatever it is that you do to make money. Or it'll just help you, you'll move faster in your business, like maybe possibly networking will get you to that next level, collaborating, partnering with people on things will unleash your kind of genius around money, because you're not going to have to try to do things that pull you out of your genius, out of your it factor, your zone with making money with whatever it is you do for work or business or career. So look at where, this is a great thing to reflect on after this reading is done, but look at where you are not allowing help in. Because that's going to be the key thing that's going to unlock, like your true genius will get to come out, because you're not going to have to be doing it all yourself anymore. And when you don't have to do it all yourself anymore, that means that the things that aren't your zone of genius or that deplete you or drain you, you get to be supported in those things or completely outsource them. And then that's going to give you more energy, more space, more time to put into the things you are good at that are going to have that bigger ROI, right? Like, and you're going to start to know more and more what your zone of genius is around making money, but also it's just going to naturally come through because you're no longer being bogged down by trying to do it all yourself. Because again, remember, this is what I needed to hear. This is what I had to channel as I was writing the deck. This is what I had to embody and learn with the whole story of publishing the deck, which I've been sharing on my email list, which that link to join that is below if you want to check that out. But I've been sharing the story behind the deck, and it's like I had to be willing to allow myself to be supported in different ways, right? And especially as a new mom, when we were designing the deck and stuff, it's like I had to allow in so much help, and also allow me to build other people up and them to build me up and give each other opportunities and blah, 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 like the relationship I have with my artist and now publisher. And it's so key, and it's something that often we have to heal around, right? In order to be able to really take the lead of our life and our manifestations and our success, right? But that's what's available for you, is so much, like I just see the road opening up for you, like just the obstacles dissolving, the way parting, like allowing you forward once you accept the help and the support and seek out that community, that support that's going to help you, those like-minded people. If you need online support, especially just to keep your energy and your mindset on track, come join me in the Wealth by membership, because that's a huge part of why I created that membership. We have over right now 150, at the time of filming, we have over 150 amazing members, like-minded community members, right, who are in there and supporting one another, cheering each other on. And that's priceless, because there are so few people who understand this junction of spirituality and money and success, and it's so important to be around people like that, right, and have that in your life. So you can come join us if that calls to you. That link is below. And when we look over on this side of these cards, cut your losses, right? I'm getting like sunk cost fallacy coming up. So what have you been pouring so much into? And you say like, well, I can't quit now, or I can't stop doing that now because I've put so much time or energy or money into it. The universe is saying, where can you get honest with yourself and be like, maybe actually you need to cut my losses. Right? It's not always a matter of seeing everything through, truly knowing what's going to help you unlock your success, your zone of genius that's going to lead to all the wild success you want. It's on the other side of you knowing what to let go of, right? If you got to make space energetically, mentally, spiritually, physically, time-wise, like you have to make space for what is aligned and let go of what isn't. Trying to force things that you know are not aligned just because you've put a lot into them is not helping you or anyone else, and it's holding you back from the abundance you desire. The more that you cut your losses and you let go of the past, of what was, what you've already done, the more, again, that you can take the lead and look toward the future. So, really cool. And as I'm saying this, like, I'm seeing the light come in, right? It's beautiful. The light's coming in through my balcony doors here. And it's like a new age is dawning for you. A new chapter that's so much lighter, so much more full of support, of camaraderie, so much more full of you feeling empowered and like the leader of your life. And being able to finally leave the past behind, whatever's in the past that made you feel like you're not in your money-making zone of genius. You're not in your zone, right, with money, with career, with success, that you're not living up to your full potential. You're going to be able to let all of that go the more that you cut your losses and you look for support and accept help and invite it in, ask for it and accept it, and take the lead. All right, I want to know, what can Deck 3 do to stand out from everyone else in their field? How can they stand out? Once you start, accepting and help, releasing, cutting past losses, releasing the past, allowing in help and support, and taking the lead. Like, you're just going to naturally, I'm getting that naturally in your current job, business, whatever, you're going to start stepping up more and being more of a leader and being more in your confidence, more in your zone of genius, right? Like, and your zone of genius will emerge more and more, but like, you're going to just be like so much more confident and rock solid and a go-getter and have so much more motivation. But I want to know, once you start doing this, you get in that zone, how can you then stand out from everyone else in your field, right? We have Pansy, Attraction, and let's see what else comes through for you. And we have Stimulation, Chili. So I'm getting, like, when you can tap into, when you start, right, accept help, cut your losses from the past, go in on what you feel confident in and where you have support, and allow yourself to be supported. Once you get on that track, I see you, like, starting to find, there's two things coming through for you here with these two cards together. First of all, I'm getting, like, go, like, find the parts of what you are doing that you love, like the things that stimulate you the most, the things that you're attracted to the most. Find those things and really dive into them, and you are going to find that you are like a dynamo. Like, you are a firecracker because you're going to have so much passion behind what you're doing. You're going to be so excited, and that's going to make you so attractive to potential employers, to your boss for potential job openings, to potential clients, potential, like sponsors, whatever it is. Like, you are going to just become so magnetic and so attractive because you're going to have this passion behind it, which is because your energy has been freed up by all this support and cutting past losses and the things that are weighing you down. It's like, you're going to just be like this new, reborn, reinvigorated version of yourself, and you're just like gonna have this glow up that you're so magnetic to people and opportunities and money. So things will just kind of like fall into your path, right? Like, people, it'll just kind of be like the universe will be like, here you go, here's this job opportunity or this offer for promotion or this new client just finding their way to you without you even having to do anything, right? Like, it'll just be because you're so magnetic, being so engaged and passionate about what you do. So find a way to be passionate about what you do, or maybe that's the point where you start to shift into something that you are more passionate about doing to make money, right? But find the passion in what you're doing. The other thing I'm getting is that if you have someone in your life, right, like a partner or a new relationship or a long-term relationship or anything like that, finding the passion there, like igniting that passion either more. I get that that'll happen kind of naturally as you allow help and support and kind of take things off your plate. You move forward, you clear what's no longer serving you. Like, you're going to be the more leader of your life. You're going to become so much sexier, so much more attractive to your partner or to potential partners or things like that, potential love interests. But then those love interests are going to fuel, like, you're just going to have like such a glow about you because you're feeling like everything in your life is just going so well. Like, you're like, I'm in love with what I do. I have these people in my life for this person who makes me feel amazing and just so, so loved or so just stimulated, right? So attractive that I'm so attracted to. It's like, you're just going to feel so fulfilled. I could also see just too, you finding the passion in life more. Like, this is all about like this kind of like self-discovery, like, is what you're going on. But as you discover more of who you are and pour that into the work you do, and then that allows you to pour that back into your life, and it's this beautiful self-feeding cycle where it's like you just become so attractive and magnetic to people, like relationships, to opportunities, to potential employers. Like, you're just so, like, everyone wants a piece. They're just like, you're amazing, right? And you're going to stand out because there's going to be this glow about you. There's going to be this magnetism about you. So again, finding the passion in your work as you're more and more confident, as you're more and more supported, finding the passion in what you do or doing something that you're passionate about to make money, focusing on drawing that forward, and that'll make you more attractive to potential opportunities, employers and clients and things like that. But then also finding more of the passion in your life, whether that's physical passion or just passion for life, doing more of the things that light you up outside of work, right? Like, really, the name of the game here for you in uncovering your financial it factor and standing out from everyone else in your field is passion. Where can you find passion in your work? Where can you find passion within yourself, in your relationships, in your body, in your life? Like, igniting passion is going to be the thing that, like, it just, you stand out to everyone else. Because think about how many people are going through their lives and their work especially, just phoning it in. How much would you stand out, Deck 3, if you were just ignited, stimulated, attracted to what you're doing? That'll make you very attractive to everything that you're seeking, all the success, all the opportunities, all the wealth, right? Energetically and physically and mentally, like, you're, and logically, like, you're just gonna, the more passion you generate within your work and your personal life, the more passion the universe has for you and the more attractive you are to everything you want, right? So, really cool. This is like such a glow up for you is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that it'll happen in like 3 to 4 months, like total is how long this part of the transformation is going to take. That's really cool. Like, before the end of this year, if you're watching this when it comes out, but like, you're going to just have this total glow up. Wow. That's so fun, Deck 3. All right. How can Deck 3 eliminate all of the competition? What should they focus on to do that? And when I say eliminate all the competition, I mean, how can you glow up so much or rise so much or stand out so much that there is no other competition, that no one else can even compete with you? Like, this is how you stand out, but how do we take it to the next level? How do you get to the point where no one can even compete with you? We have 2 of Pentacles right here. And we have our 10 of Pentacles. So many pentacles for you. All right. Deck 3, here's what I'm seeing in it. You're going to have, as you get to this is like kind of the story it's telling me, is that once you start, you accept help, cut losses, do what excites you, like step more into like truly like bringing the best of you to your work, to your business. You're going to then you're going to want to start finding more passion in life and in work. And as you do that, you're going to be presented eventually with some choices, some decisions, right? I'm seeing like multiple job offers for you or multiple career paths you could take, or you might have started like kind of something you're passionate about on the side and it's starting to grow and you kind of have to make a choice. Like, do I stay at this company I've been at forever? Or do I jump into this job? Like, you're going to have decisions to make, right? And I see them being good decisions. Like, they're exciting. It's just like, but it's going to be kind of hard. I see it being a little bit of a difficult decision because they're both so good. They both have their pros and their cons, right? And they both have potential for abundance because we have so many pentacles here. So the way that you're going to make that decision, and the right decision that's just going to propel you out into wild success that no one else can even touch you and just put you in the right place where no other competition exists, is by asking yourself, when you get to this point, again, I see this being about 4-ish months out. Like I said, 3 or 4 months for this transformation, about 4 to 6 months out from when you're watching this, if you start actually accepting help and doing all this stuff and finding passion in life and work, 4 to 6 months out from there, you're going to have these choices. You're going to have these choices come up. That's when you need to be asking yourself, what legacy do I want to leave behind me? What do I want my impact on the world to be, my impact for my children or my family to be, my loved ones? What's the lasting impact I want to have? What is my legacy that I want to create? What's going to create, what's going to allow me of these 2 choices to create that with the most passion, right? That's the question you're asking yourself. What's going to allow me, what has the best kind of potential for passion and long-term success, longevity, financial security, legacy? What offers that along with the most passion, right? And that's how you're going to make that right decision. That once you make that decision, it's just like you're going to be unstoppable. So it's interesting. This isn't anything you have to do specifically. It's more about a choice you're going to have to make. And making that choice with this sort of in mind is going to allow you to make the choice that allows you to kind of move into an area, either if it's like the right job or the right kind of career path or anything like that, but you're going to move into the right path that's going to be one that just like no one else can touch you. No one else can play at the level you're now playing at after having undergone this transformation, this healing. No one's going to be able to have that same passion, that same joie de vivre that you bring to what you do. No one's going to be able to touch you. No one will be able to compete with whatever it is you're doing. You will have no competition because you are going to have such a mission that you're on, and you are going to be so passionate about it, right? It's so beautiful. Like I can't keep saying, you're going to have such a glow up. Deck 3. Such a glow up. I feel like a year from now, like again, 6 months from now, you're not even going to recognize who you are now. You're going to look back and be like, that time I listened to that reading from Taylor, that version of me is so different from who I am now. I've healed so much. I've cut things from my life that weren't serving me. I've left those things behind. I've created I have so much more support and community in my life, in my world. I'm so much more confident. I'm so much more in love with life and work. And now I have this amazing opportunity, and like, who I would have never thought I would have this sort of opportunity, that I'd be making this sort of choice. Like, there is so much glow up, so much potential available for you. All right, I am shuffling from our Wealthy Woman Oracle deck to see if there's any last guidance. I've been doing just a single pull on these readings from this deck, because I use this deck. This is a deck I authored, right? So I use it all the time, because this is for success and money readings. But I'm finding that today just one pull from this deck is like so poignant. So let's see what last little bit of guidance deck 3 needs to hear. Rebirth! I told you you're going through a rebirth. Deck 3. So perfect. This is a whole rebirth for you. This is the big up level you've been praying for, that you've been working toward, that you've been manifesting into your life. Deck 3. This is a huge new chapter opening up for you in your life. I just saw 2222. Some nice confirmation. This is truly like the start of a new chapter for you. As soon as you start allowing in that help and releasing past losses, allow yourself to be supported, and then fall back in love with yourself, with life, with work. Find the passion. Even if you are in a job you hate, find the little things that you love about it and just milk that for all it's worth, and make those things matter so much. And that's going to lead you to a different job, a different position, a different business, something that creates more of that passion in your life. Start a business, start something that you love, that ignites passion. Bring more passion back into your relationships, whatever it is. It's like, find more passion anywhere you can in life, with the energy that you free up from allowing support in, and from cutting the things that are not serving you, that you've wasted enough time on, right? It's like, as you start doing that, like, you're going to go through this massive rebirth. Like I said, you're not going to know who you are. You're not going to know this version of you today, 6 months from now. You're going to be looking at some sort of amazing opportunities and be like, I never would have thought this would have happened for me. 2323, nice little repeating numbers. You're going to be blown away with how much you can do and your potential that you unlock in the next six-ish months. Deck 3. I am so excited for you. I'm already I'm feeling proud of you for what you're about to transform and who you're about to become. My collective and my guides are celebrating you so much. Like, they are so excited for you and so proud of you as well. So this is truly beautiful. This is rebirth. Remember also, and this is a big meaning of this card that I channeled, is that in each moment you can choose to be reborn. All right, that's a lot of what this card talks about in the Wealthy Woman deck. In each moment you can choose to be reborn into the version of you, the version of you want to be, right? The version of you who has the confidence, the passion, the wealth, the success, the untouchable unstoppableness. You can be that version of you right now. The more you release and heal things, the more support you get, the easier that will be. But in any moment, you can choose to see yourself as that version of you. This is a lot of what we do inside the Wealthy membership, is continually rebirthing ourselves into who we desire to be, so that we can be a match for it and think and feel and act as if, and then call that in, right? So if you want to come join us in there to help facilitate your rebirth and give you all the support and guidance you need to do that, then that link is below. But truly, don't forget, you don't have to wait 6 months to feel like you finally be reborn. That's going to happen initially. You're going to have this amazing glow up. That's how long it's going to take for the rest of the world to see it. You can be reborn right now by choosing to look for the things that bring you passion and attraction and joy and vibrancy in life. You can choose to be reborn by choosing to listen to your inner guidance, by choosing to release that which doesn't serve you in the past, by choosing to allow help in, by choosing to see yourself as worthy of all those things, because you 100% are. Deck 3. Okay, so truly beautiful. I'm so excited for you. All right, Deck 3, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it and how it resonated. I always really appreciate getting to see your comments that you leave on these readings. It truly means the world to me, so thank you for leaving those comments. If you want to leave a comment even this time on what kind of support you're going to let in, or what what losses you need to cut, or what you already see as being like the things you're most passionate about in your work or life, and how you're going to amp those up. Like, I'd love to get to read those things from you and cheer you on if you want to share that in the comments below this video. You are, of course, if you're not already, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings for abundance. And if you want to come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership so you can get access to all of our challenges, resources, support, and community that you need to more easily manifest the wealth you desire and the success you desire into your life, then I would love to get to connect with you there. The link for the membership is in the description and pinned comment below. If you want to pre-order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck so you can get divine guidance on demand for all things money and abundance, the link for that is also in the description and pinned comment below. After you pre-order, be sure to claim your copy of the exclusive 2-hour wealth activation reading that I'm giving away for free as a thank you to everyone who pre-orders. That link is also below. So with all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity, support, passion, and success. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 4. This is your reading to uncover what guidance the universe has to help you tap into your it factor when it comes to making money so that you can stand out above everyone else in your job, niche, or industry and just become unstoppable, untouchable in your career. And of course, manifest way more money into your life by doing so. Now, if you want more support in unlocking your full potential for manifesting money and success, you are absolutely welcome to come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership for all of the resources, support, and high vibe, like-minded community you need to do so. The link for the Wealth Vibe membership is in the description and pinned comment below. All right, we are going to move your crystal out of the way. Now, I'm actually going to put the deck you picked, my Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, I'm going to put that aside because what I've been finding with all the other readings I've done in this video is that typically I pull quite a few cards from the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. It's the deck I made for abundance and success readings. But what I'm finding is that with this reading, pulling one of these at the very end for you has been the most potent, just amazing guidance. So we're going to come back to the deck you picked. That is still your deck. This is still your reading, right? But we're actually just going to start, I think we're just going to start with our tarot deck. And I just want to know, yep, the guidance is flying out for you. I want to know how deck 1 can unlock their money-making it factor or their money-making zone of genius, right? How can deck 1 unlock that? Let's see what comes out for you. I want to get at least 5 cards here for you. There we go. All right. Definitely want to see what this card was that flew right over. Oh, so perfect. All right, we have our Page of Cups card. Okay, we also have the Magician. We have the World. Oh my gosh, we have so many major arcana for you. This is going to be quite the reading for you. Oh my goodness. Deck 4. Okay. We also have the Hangman and the Devil reversed. All right. So what I'm seeing for you, deck 4. Wow, this is so powerful. Okay, deck 4. The way that you are being guided, right? The big guidance the universe has for you to unlock your money-making it factor, your zone of genius with making money, like the thing that's going to really catapult you into all the success, fame, wealth, whatever it is you desire. It's first and foremost, it's this Page of Cup cards, right? Like this is the card that flew out for you. This is the card that just came out first, flew out right for you. This all about, like, I'm seeing for you, what's going to unlock all of that for you? What's going to allow you to unleash your zone of genius with making money and for success is by kind of a return to your dreams, a return to your inner child, a return to innocence, a return to, honestly, to being a dreamer. Like allowing yourself to dream, to get lost, to have your head in the clouds, to dream big. Like the universe is saying, go for your dreams, right? But like, wow, this is such beautiful guidance. Get as unrealistic as you can when it comes to how or what you want to do to call in more money. This doesn't mean irresponsible. It's a very different word. It means unrealistic. This is something I've said in some recent readings. So if you've heard me say it, then this message really is trying to come through for you. Other readings on this channel, I've said, and this is the same message that's coming through for you here with this Page of Cups, is that If you want some level of wild success, wild notoriety, wild abundance in your life, you are going to have to do things that most of the rest of the world wouldn't do, because most of the rest of the world is not having wild success of their dreams. They're not having the wild abundance in life of their dreams. So what does that tell you? It means that the things that everyone claims are like the prescribed path, the logical way to do things, the realistic way to do things, that's going to result in the same general results as the rest of the world is having, by and large. And if you don't want those results, you want something bigger, something that fills your cup, something that feels like a dream, a life that feels like a dream. If you want a life like that, you are going to have to dream differently. You're going to have to dream big. You're going to have to act differently than the rest of the world. You're going to have to let yourself be led by your imagination, led by what excites you on that inner child level. Come back to what excited you as a child. What did you dream of being as a child? Or what did you just love doing as a child? Even when you were younger, or in your early teens or things like that. What did you love to do when you were younger? How can you come back to that and do more of that? Even if that's just doing it on its own, that's going to unlock understanding and insights and opportunities for you to unlock, your money making it factor. Or maybe even incorporating parts of that into what you do to make money, or starting a whole new income stream around that, right? But doing that, like letting your imagination lead the way is what I'm getting, is going to be so important for you. That is the thing that is going to unlock your money making it factor, your money making zone genius, right? This is what's going to unlock so much. It's going to unlock the world for you. It's going to unlock so much creativity, so many new skills, or skills that you didn't know you had or you'd forgotten. It's going to help you manifest everything you want, everything you desire. Like, this is the magician card, right? It's going to unlock so much. This is the only minor arcana card we have here, but this is the main message that came through for you. And I want to be clear, like in the other readings, especially, we had one where I pulled 5 cards from the tarot. I think there was only one major arcana in each of those. Like, this is a very powerful spread. We're going to keep going through these cards, but like, I want to impress upon you how much is available to you, how much power you have, specifically deck 4, how much abundance is available to you, how much success, like crazy success, whether it's climbing in the corporate ladder, like where you are right now, or in a business you want to start, or entrepreneurship, or otherwise. It's like, whatever you want to do, the world is at your feet. The world is available to you. Whatever you can dream of is available for you to manifest into your reality. Okay? So the more that you really understand truly your imagination, your specific manifestation as an individual, you listening to this deck 4, your imagination is one of your superpowers. It's one of your gifts. It's part of your money making it factor. It is what will help you fully leverage all the skills you have. It's what'll help you create a vision that creates the life you want. It'll help you think differently, think outside the box, so that you can create what you want in this lifetime, including all the success and money you desire. So let yourself daydream. That's the big thing that I'm getting here. It's like, let yourself daydream. Let yourself go for those big dreams. Let yourself think outside the box. Do not be limited or hampered by what other people are doing or saying that you should do. That, unless that person, I saw 555 for you, so some nice confirmation. Unless that person that you're listening to has achieved the kind of life and success and abundance you want, then why would you listen to their advice? They have not accomplished what you want to accomplish and what you're capable of accomplishing. So if you want wild success, you want wild wealth, you want to rise to the top of whatever you're doing, whatever company you're in, whatever field you're in, whatever business you're in, if you want to rise to the top, you got to be listening to what your heart wants, what you're dreaming of, what you can imagine that truly just excites you and lights you up and feels so good. It's like, let yourself dream. Daydreaming regularly is a great habit for you to be in, like a few minutes every day, to daydream possibilities, possible paths, opportunities, ideas. Let your mind run wild and see how you can bring your creativity, bring your skills, bring your visions, your playfulness into whatever it is you do to make money, or even start a whole new career path based on what you dream of doing, if you have a very clear vision. And play more in your work, and see how that brings you to everything you want, to manifesting all the success you want, all the accomplishment, all all the accolades. I see a lot of accolades. I see a lot of fulfillment for you as well. Even one of the keywords on here is world travel, like the world, right? Like this, I could see you just becoming this global sensation if that's what you want. You don't have to. You could just have the world at your feet, meaning you could have the world you want at your fingertips. You don't have to want global notoriety, but that's available to you if you want it. That's how big you should be letting yourself dream, deck 4. And that's all available. That's what you're heading toward as long as you let yourself daydream and let that lead. Let your imagination lead your actions. Let it lead your choices. Let it lead what you do in your work and in your career. You're going to have to let go with our hangman here. You're going to have to let go of what everyone tells you should do, of the prescribed path. You're going to have to let go of the perspective everyone has tried to tell you need to follow in order to be successful or wealthy, right? Like you can take advice, again, from people who have walked before you and ended up similar to where you want to be, but taking advice from people who have not achieved anything near or have no ambitions for the things you do or the things you want, why would you have to let go of their stories because there's so much conditioning we've been told in this world of how we should think about money, how we should approach it, how we should approach wealth and success. And the fact is, unless someone has achieved exactly what you want, like they don't know what you need to get there. And also even people who have achieved what you want, you still have to take what they say with a grain of salt because they have their own gifts, their own baggages, their own past, their own skills, their own strengths, and you have your own. So your path might look very different from theirs, right? This is why your imagination is such a superpower for you, deck 4, because you have such a unique path to so much potential and so much success. But I'm getting that no one else has walked the exact path you're going to walk. So you have to daydream the path for yourself to follow. You have to imagine it. And you don't have to know the whole path. You just have to know the next little bit of what feels amazing to you, what feels like fun, what feels like it speaks to your inner child. Have your head in the clouds. Be curious. Daydream. Dream big. And that's going to take you so far in your career, in your life, in your financial reality. But you have to let go of those stories. You've got to let go of those stories. And this can be a process because we have a lot of addiction, right? We have a lot of addiction to the stories we're told, and there's so many toxic stories we're told, right? When I'm looking at the devil reverse. There's so many toxic stories around money and around what it takes to be successful that are told to us. And when we don't ever question those stories and we just integrate them, and we just take them on and we go, oh, well, you have money, so you know what you're talking about. It's like, yeah, but did they achieve it the way you want to? Did they start from where you started? Did they do the thing you want to do? Did they use the skills you have at your disposal that they didn't have? Or ones that you do, like that you don't? Like what? It's so easy to fall into this trap and to be led astray and to get addicted to these stories and then find evidence that supports them and beat ourselves up and keep us in this abusive cycle, right, with stories that don't serve us and were never meant for us. They're meant for someone else, especially around career and money. So the universe is saying, especially because this is reversed, so this is great news, is that in daydreaming more and in letting go of the stories everyone else tells you, you're not only going to create what you desire, you are going to, and like find that money-making zone of genius, right, and like just that it factor and become unstoppable and have tons of success with the world card here. But you're also going to find yourself reclaiming your power. You're going to find yourself feeling more free and independent than you ever have. You're going to be able to detach from those stories that aren't serving you, right? Like you're going to feel so free. You are going to, again, it's like you're going to be so empowered. You're going to be so in your power, deck 4, and you're going to know how much power you have. And the thing is, your power, it's so deep. You have a well of power. You have a depth of power within you with all these cards I'm seeing. But the way that power flows through you, the energy flow of your power, your unique power, deck 4, is it's so light because of this card. Because you have this childlike wonder in you. And maybe that's gotten stamped out by the stories you were told you had to buy into around money and success. But it's time to let those go. It's time to let those go because so much more is available to you on the other side of letting go of those stories. So much more is available to you if you just let yourself dream and go for it. Oh my gosh, I could go on and on about these cards, but I want to get some more cards down to get you more practical guidance. But like deck 4, You have so much untapped potential that you're going to start to know the minute that you start really giving yourself that full permission to dream and see your daydreaming as a skill, as a gift, as a guide, like what you love daydreaming about. How can you follow that? How can you let that guide you? How can you incorporate that into your work, into your business? How can you let that guide the decisions you make in life? Like, the more you can bring what you daydream about into your life and use it to guide you, the more magic you're going to create, the more you're going to manifest, the more success you're going to have, the more complete, just total ability for world notoriety and acclaim you're going to open up to yourself if you want that. You don't have to take that path, and also just the more you're going to let go of all of the stories that don't serve you, let go of everyone else's approaches to money and success, and you're just going to be so much more plugged into your power as a result of it. I'm so excited for you. All right. Oh my gosh, deck 4. It's like I feel like renewed looking at your cards. How can deck 4 stand out from everyone else in their field? That's what I'm shuffling for now. How can deck 4 stand out from everyone in their field? So once you've started daydreaming more, you start releasing everyone else's stories, you're starting to kind of like allow your imagination to guide you more, right? I want to know how you can, deck 4, how you can then from that place stand out from everyone else who might be doing whatever it is that you're doing. But I also feel like you're going to be doing something so unique that there really won't even be that much competition or other people doing what you're doing. But just in case there are, or people that you're like competing with for grants or competing with for, you know, like a job position, even though no one could do it like you, like how do you stand out, right? We have hope and we have tranquility. Well, that's just perfect with your, with Daffodil and Violet, with your cards here, right? So what I'm seeing is just allowing your optimism to shine through, right? And not letting things settle, like unseat you at all, like being kind of unflappable. Cultivating that quality within yourself is what's going to really help you stand out from everyone else that might be seen as competition to you in whatever it is that you daydream of and start to pursue. The reason for this is because, again, with your kind of childlike wonder, your ability to daydream and your imagination, your curiosity, it's like you kind of, I think, as you start to tap into this, what my collective is saying, they're like, you'll start to realize very quickly as you give yourself more and more permission to daydream and see that as a valid skill that you have and a profitable skill that you have, the more that you allow yourself to daydream and incorporate that daydreaming into whatever you do to make money or let it guide what you do to make money, you'll find that you reach the sense of tranquility and this place of inner peace because you realize you can imagine a way out of any situation that's not ideal, right? Like letting go of toxic things. You're also going to find that you're like, I'm limitless. There's limitless ways I can make money, limitless ways that I can do this work in a way that feels fun to me, limitless ways I can achieve success. Like you're going to start to see how truly limitless the universe is and how truly limitless you are. And that provides a level of inner peace that so many people are missing when they're like trying to achieve something. They get so attached to it and so attached to having to have it happen a certain way. And you're not going to have that level of attachment. Deck 4, and I saw 555, so some nice angel numbers for you. That's going to give you this kind of leg up on everyone else because you'll be unflappable. Like, you'll just be like, no matter what happens, you'll be like, oh, no worries. Like, I'll just imagine an alternative route. I'll imagine a solution to this. I'll just kind of daydream about it and things will start to work out because I'll open up to different possibilities dropping in. It's like, you're just going to be unflappable. And that's going to be so powerful for other people to see. Like, it's going to feel very self-serving to you because it's going to provide you peace and a lot less stress and anxiety and trying to control things. You're going to be so much more fluid, which means you're open to possibilities. But fostering the sense of kind of like tranquility within yourself by allowing yourself to daydream more and let that open yourself up to how limitless you are. That's just like, people are going to see you as like a visionary. And no, it's just like, you're going to just be such a standout from the competition. And you'll naturally then have this hopefulness about you because you're like, anything's possible. Because I can imagine anything and I can imagine so many different ways it could happen and ways it could get there and ways I can make it fun or easy. Like, I can dream big. I can see bigger things for myself. I can imagine more for myself. I can dream of the different things. It's like, you're going to be so unstoppable because you can't be bothered, like literally, like you cannot be deterred, and you're just constantly like, it's like this beautiful peace and optimism that are going to naturally again come from this. So it's not much that you have to do, but just looking for opportunities to practice and choose tranquility and hope along your journey is going to help you stand out from others, rather than, because most people, you think about it, are like always like kind of like worst case scenario, like, oh, I won't get my hopes up, or oh my gosh, or if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna be so stressed, I'm gonna have to figure out a situation, it'll be a whole thing, and blah blah. And it's like, when you're like, I got, no matter what, I got my imagination, can't take that from me. I got my imagination, I got my daydreams, so therefore I have one of my greatest gifts. So therefore I'll always be fine, right? Like, you create this amazing foundation from which to manifest from. All right, I want to see, how can deck 4 eliminate all competition? What should they focus on? So we've already kind of talked, like, you're going to be this tranquility and hope from your daydream. You're going to be quite unstoppable. You'll be quite a standout. But how do you really like rise to the level then from there of no one even comes close, no one even compares in your field, just truly one of a kind? All right, so I have for you here, Moonstone, slow it down, and I have Quicksilver Moon, changes. So, again, I feel like changes, right? Like, I feel like we already have just talked so much about how you're like, nothing can really shake me. Nothing can get in my way, because I know I can always kind of move around it. Like, you just flow effortlessly with changes, but just looking for opportunities to embrace change and use changes, use roadblocks, use obstacles that might come your way as another opportunity to daydream or to imagine new things, or to open yourself up to new possibilities, to be redirected, right? Doing that is going to really propel you to a point where like people are like, you're so adaptable, right? Like, creating that adaptability is going to help you really stand out and just be at that point where like no one can touch you, because you're so adaptable. You're also so peaceful. You're so optimistic. You're so creative. You're like this visionary. You're endlessly creative. You're limitless. All the paths that open up before you are limitless to everything you want. Like, just enjoying the journey is going to help you, instead of chasing the success or the money, is going to help you so much, deck 4, to just like blow everyone else out of the water. No one else can even touch you. No one can compare. And with Moonstone, slow it down, allow things to happen in their own timing, right? Like, and I think again, some of that you'll naturally find through this tranquility that's fostered through daydreaming and seeing just that permission slip of that. But just trust things are happening in their own timing. Don't rush things to happen, because again, like, really, I'm getting just like, enjoy your inner world, enjoy the daydreams, because the more you do that, the less desperate or attached or controlling and rushing you end up doing around what it is you're trying to create, whatever your daydreams are guiding you to do in your work, in your job, in your career, in your business, right? So that's just gonna open up so much more for you when you allow yourself to slow it down. We have so much light and so much shadow here. I see again just you releasing so many shadows, right? Like literally shadows. We have so many shadows that are going to start to be burned away by the more that you just tap into that ability to dream, that daydream. Really beautiful deck 4. All right, let's pull our last card from the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. But yeah, this is really how you like just eliminate, just to reiterate, because I feel like there's more here for you, but really it's yeah, this is, it's all just so connected. It all just comes back to daydreaming. That's all it is for you. It's just like, what a beautiful, simple piece of guidance. So hard to trust though, right? But just trust the changes that come about from it. Trust that things are unfolding in their divine timing. The more you do that, the more like no one can touch you, because everyone else is, when you think about it, anyone else who might ever try to do whatever you do or want to do or dream up, which are going to be few and far between, because you, with your imagination, are going to dream up things to do or ways to do it that are just so unique. So there'll be very few other people out there who will be competition for you as you move toward your path to success. But how you'll really, that little bit of competition you have, you'll stand out with your tranquility, your hope, but also by your not like seeming to be too attached to it, by your adaptability, by your endless creativity, and by your willingness to believe that it's all working out in its own timing, and that you don't need to cling to a certain timeline for things or things happening a certain way, right? Like so few people have mastered that ability to be almost kind of surrendered to the changes and to the divine timing, that if you can master that, deck 4, like, oh my gosh, no, employers would not need to look at anyone else, right? And prospective clients would not need to look at anyone else. prospective people offering you some sort of big deal would not need to look at anyone else, because you are just going to be so centered, so calm, so grounded, so like it's almost like your energy is very grounded and your head's in the clouds, and it's like the most potent combination. And when you can really lean into that and master that, whoo boy, everyone watch out. Deck 4. I just had 2-2-2-2 for you. Really nice confirmation. All right, last card from the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, just to get us our last little bit of guidance. Anything else deck 4 needs to hear about? Their money-making it factor, their, you know, just like how to stand out from the competition. We pulled the Soul Wealth card, which is so perfect. This card is all about remembering just your innate worth, your innate limitless worth, and all the possibilities you hold. So truly, like, the more that you can come back to feeding your soul, feeding that inner child, feeling like the world is at your feet because you can imagine anything you want, really prioritizing and prizing that inner world and what kind of inner world you can imagine up for yourself, all the things you can imagine, and living in those visions as much as you can, as much as it feels good to, and then bringing parts of those visions into your work. It's like you're going to get to know this part of yourself that's very sacred, very deep throughout this kind of transformation, right? This process of leaning deeper into your daydreaming and into your imagination is going to help you understand a more sacred part of yourself, is what I'm getting. A more sacred part of yourself that knows how limitless you are, right? That knows how unlimited you are, how free you are to create whatever it is you want in this life and make this life what you want from this moment and any moment, because you can imagine and shift your perspective on and focus on whatever you decide to, right? Like wow, I get that, like, one of your superpowers is just being able to know the power of your mind. Deck 4. So few people know that, and the fact that you can know that so easily just through your daydreaming and seeing what you can daydream into existence, or what you can daydream to guide yourself toward or with, that's exceptional, and it's something very few people master in this lifetime. And when you can do that, the whole world opens up to you. You become unstoppable, you become untouchable, you become unlike anyone else. And this is like almost some of the softest energy of all these 4 readings that came through, but truly, truly beautiful. Deck 4, like the softest, but yet the most depth of power out of all these 4 readings in this video. So really, really amazing. Wow. Incredible. Just daydream. That's your big lesson. Daydream. This is something I teach so frequently in the Wealth by membership. So we talk, one of the big pillars I talk about is vision, is like being able to envision and then embody what you can imagine for yourself and what you desire for yourself in terms of the wealth and success you want to create, right? So if you want support with really tapping into this exceptional power you have for imagining things and creating the world you want from the inside out, then come join me in the membership, because it's really powerful. But no, there's just I feel like you're at the start of a big journey, especially with all these major arcana that came out. A big journey of learning how to give yourself permission to daydream and to step off the prescribed path that is keeping you from the success and wealth you desire. But also then permission to daydream and to see that as a valid and productive thing, because it is for you. We're not for everyone, but for you it is, because you have an exceptional capacity for it, an exceptional power with it. Wow. All right, Deck 4. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from this reading and how it resonated. I always truly appreciate getting to see your comments and to hear how these readings connect with you. It really means the world to me. If you want to comment on this video about what you're daydreaming about creating, or how you're going to use how you can already see using your imagination to guide you, or what old beliefs you have to let go of, right? Then I would love to hear those from you below. You are, of course, if you are not already, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings for abundance. And if you want to come join me inside the Wealth Vibe membership, so you can get access to all of our challenges, resources, support, and high vibe like-minded community you need to more easily manifest the wealth you desire into your life and achieve that vision you have for yourself, anything you can imagine, then I would love to get to connect with you there in the membership. The link for the Wealth Vibe membership is in the description and pinned comment below. If you want to pre-order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck so you can get divine guidance on demand for all things money and abundance, the link for that is also in the description and pinned comment below. After you pre-order, be sure to claim your copy of the exclusive 2-hour wealth activation reading that I am giving away for free as a thank you to everyone who pre-orders. The link to do that is also below. So with all of that being said, wishing you massive prosperity, success, abundance, freedom, and truly recognition of the power of your imagination and feeling free permission to daydream, right? Deck 4 and really let yourself go there. And with that being said, I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye.